Students, I'm again with you with a beautiful story by Rudyard Kipling. The story is how the camel got his hump. How the camel got his hump. Let's begin the story. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for men, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of a howling desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said, "Humph, just humph," and no answer. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, "Camel, O camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the horse went away and told the men. So, see, although it does not look like a true story, but it's a story after all, and interesting one. How in the beginning of the world, when the world was quite new, all the animals, they were just beginning to work for men, and there was a camel also, but this camel did not work at all, and he knew only one thing, that was hump. So when the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and asked him if he wanted to trot like rest of them, he again said, "Humph." Let's read further. Presently the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, O camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the dog went away and told the men. Presently the ox came to him with a yoke on his neck and said, "Camel, O camel, come and plow like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the ox went away and told the men. At the end of the day, the men called the horse, the dog, and ox together and said, "Tree, O tree, I am very sorry for you, but that hump thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it." So here the story gets even more interesting when all the animals start visiting the camel one by one. The horse goes to him, then of course the dog, and followed by the ox. But none of them is able to persuade the camel to work for men. And then the man calls all the three together and tells them that they will have to compensate for the lost time, and they will have to double now. Let's see what happens further. That made the three very angry. They had a panchayat on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing cud and laughed at them. Then he said, "Humph," and went away again. Presently there came along the jinn, who was in charge of all deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. "Jinn of all deserts," said the horse, "is it right for anyone to be idle?" "Certainly not," said the jinn. "Well," said the horse, "there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs. He hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot." "Phew," said the jinn, whistling, "that's my camel. What does he say about it?" "He says, 'Humph.'" "He won't plow," said the ox. "Very good," said the jinn. "I'll hump him if you will kindly wait a minute." So, boys and girls, everyone was dejected at the response which they got from the camel. And then came the jinn of the desert rolling. And when the jinn came, they complained to the jinn of the desert one by one. The ox said that when I asked him to plow like me, he said, "Humph." And so were the complaints from others also. Now the jinn told them that if they could kindly wait a minute, he will hump him. We will continue it further, but before that, I am sending you 4 answers, 4 questions. You have to answer my questions. Just take these questions, read them, and try to answer them. The first question is, what task do you think were assigned to the dog and the ox? Second question is, why did the camel live in the middle of the desert? What made the dog, the horse, and the ox very angry? How did the jinn know the horse was complaining against the camel? Okay, now answer the first question. Right, okay. Okay, see, the question is, what tasks do you think were assigned to the dog and the ox? So, the task that was assigned, the tasks that were assigned to the dog and the ox were: the dog was to watch. It was a watchdog. He was given the task of patrolling the area. And of course, ox was given the task of plowing the fields. And both were sent to persuade the camel to work for men. But The camel knew only hump and he did not report to the men for the work, and therefore both failed in persuading the camel. Next is, why did the camel live in the middle of the desert? The camel lived in the middle of the desert because he did not want to work, and he knew only one thing, that was hump. What made the dog, the horse and the ox very angry? The dog, the horse and the ox failed to persuade the camel to work for men, and now they were given double task for compensating the lost time, and this was the reason they became very angry. The next question is, how did the jinn know the horse was complaining against the camel? The jinn came to know that the horse was complaining against the camel when he said that there is an animal over there and it knows only one thing, that is hump. So the jinn came to know that is camel. So these are the answers of these 4 questions. You could answer almost correctly. That's really fine. That means you have understood the lesson. Revise this lesson once more, and then we shall be covering the rest of the lesson in the next video. Thanks for joining.